Dorka,
Yes,
how are you?
I'm good.
How did you feel leading up to the draft? Were you like more nervous, excited? Let's just talk about that real quick.
I would say I was definitely more kind of like, yeah, I was super excited. First of all, just, being invited to the draft. I think that
Yeah.
was like the first step. Like when, get the call
Yeah,
that you're
no,
invited,
seriously.
you're already, you're kind of sad that your season ended, but then you get this call, obviously from the commissioner, and you're like, wow, like it's really happening. Like you're
Yeah.
gonna be there in person.
And now at number 2, a proud basketball city and franchise, Minnesota, sits ready to pick.
But at number 2, I think you go best available, and you need star power. Stars shine bright, and so do diamonds, and I believe Diamond Miller could be picked second.
The Minnesota Lynx select Diamond Miller from the University of Maryland.
And it's the most nerve-wracking thing ever because you see these cameras.
Oh my God.
And you're like, are they about to fake me out right now, or are they actually going to call my name? So I just remember seeing the cameras, and I sat up straight. I'm like,
No, it was so stressful. I
Yeah.
started, like even for me, like I remember just like, okay, like 7, 8, 9, every
Yeah.
single pick that was going on. I was like, oh, one of the cameras on me, like maybe me, but then it's like, oh, it's not you. But it
Yeah.
was funny, like
You
just
definitely get
the
tricked.
waiting process.
And I
Yes,
just
but
remember closing my eyes and putting my head down and just waiting for them to say my name. And once they said it, it was like a sign of relief. And
yes,
also,
it's done.
it's like a sign of relief, but it's also like, I did it. It's over. I'm starting my new life. It kind of, that hearing your name just kind of solidifies what I always wanted in my life and for my future. So going through that process was pretty amazing. And I just remember being so ecstatic to hear my name.
I'm just happy to be a part of that organization. They have a lot of success, and I'm ready to get to work.
On the plane, I'm like, oh my gosh, Minnesota's my new home. I don't even know nothing about Minnesota. I was excited, and I think at our baggage claim, they were right next to, they were waiting for us, and they had like a go-kart type of thing. And I remember I think they had a sign. I'm like drawing a blank, but they were so ecstatic to see me. I was like, hey.
Yeah, I mean, I played in the Big Ten as well. My first 3 years, so going to Minnesota was not a new thing. But about the city, I didn't know much. Obviously, I knew what to expect, but I never actually been around the city. I didn't know how beautiful it is and all the resources that are there. I think we were the only team, right? The Lynx was the only team that actually flew the players out.
Right. Everybody else was like, my team said I don't have to go to training camp. I was like, wait, what?
Yes, or like, oh, we do the meeting in online or something.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
think it was super cool that like all of us could just we were in New York and we met, in Minnesota. We got, we landed and everybody was just there cheering for us, waiting for us, and the coaches, everybody. So it was definitely an awesome experience, and I loved that, the Lynx was the team that actually did that for the players, because for us, I think it was a huge experience and kind of show how excited they are to have us there. So I think it was nice to have that face-to-face interaction, and also, some of the staff members we saw, the fans, like, I think it was awesome to not have it in, through like a Zoom or something, but actually we were able to experience and get a little taste at what is, gonna be when we actually come here for a training camp. So I think it was awesome that they did that for us.
Yeah, they definitly laid out the red carpet for us. You remember the limo, and then
Yes.
had our dish, and it had all our names had like a different dish. So like it was like donuts, diamond donuts, and then Dorka had a sandwich or something like that, which I thought that was pretty cute. The cool details that people don't think about, but when it happens, it's kind of like a moment.
Yes,
I really
definitely,
appreciated that they went out for sure.
for sure. Yes, definitely appreciating that.
Now we just finished our first season and we're going into our second. What is something you would tell someone who's about to be in the place we were just in last season, who's about to get drafted? What would you tell them about the experiences and everything you went throughout that journey?
Yes, I would definitely just say stay true to who you are. I think going into the draft, obviously there's gonna be a lot of things going on, a lot of emotions. You're gonna talk to a lot of teams and everything, but it's really about who you are, and you gotta know what you bring to the table and just focus on that. I think that was super important, just going into the draft, but also going into the training camp. Like, how can I make this team? What are my strengths, and kind of staying true to that, and just make sure that, you know, you bring 100% every single day, because it's tough. It's very tough to make a team in the WNBA, and, you know, training camp is very competitive. So it's always just kind of knowing your strengths and weaknesses, and definitely just make sure that you show up every single day in training camp and show who you are on the court, because I think that's what the coaches are looking for, kind of seeing that character that you have, and just do that consistently every single day. And I think that's probably the best advice that, you know, I was told before going into the training camp by players that are already in the WNBA. And, you know, that's kind of how I looked at it every single day in training camp, and just make sure I'm giving my 100%, because it's not going to be easy, and it's definitely a learning process. And I think, you know, even for us, when we made the team, I think, Diamond, it was just kind of, we had to learn even still through it, you know, just kind of a lot. It's so different. It's a different level for a reason, you know, so you definitely learn from other players. You go against the best of best, so it's not going to be easy, but kind of just staying, you know, with it, staying with the process, and just being ready for that moment, because it might not be in the beginning of the season. It might come in the, you know, middle of the season, but once you get that opportunity, you got to be ready. Just stay ready, and just stay confident, and always remember what you bring to the table.
There's no secret. There's been a lot of generational talk about this year's draft. I mean, rightly so. This draft class has done things for women's sports that we never even seen before. And how do you feel about this rookie class coming in? And how excited are you for this new young flavor coming in? I mean, we're still young cats too. We're only in our so I feel like we're included. But anyway, how do you feel about this new draft class that is shocking the world? And we do know that they're declaring they're not using their 5th year, which is super exciting. And yeah, they're coming.
I'm super excited. You know, just these past years have been amazing, I think, for college, you know, women's basketball in general. Like, we can see the effect these players specifically in this draft class that has, you know, brought for the women's basketball game. So I am super excited that, you know, they decided that they're bringing their talents in the W. I think it's going to be awesome for the whole W as an organization. Also the teams, the competitiveness, the competition level that they're going to, you know, bring coming in. So I'm super excited, and it's awesome that this year I think it's going to be very exciting to see, like, obviously the teams, like, who are they picking? Who's going to be, you know, first, second, third pick. So I think it's going to be definitely also competitive in the draft as well. And also just kind of like, I'm already excited about, like, the fashion part. I know, like, they're going to kill it, you know, like dressing up, like the makeup. Yeah. I'm super excited to tune in and see that. But I think they have done an amazing job in their college career. I know that, you know, all of those girls are ready, and I'm just excited that how can they, you know, where they land, and also just the process of, you know, their process in the W as a rookies, because, you know, obviously you already experienced it, and you said, obviously we're still young. It's only going to be a year or two, but I'm excited how they're going to go through that process and what they're bringing, you know, and it's super exciting. They've done an amazing job breaking records in the college women's basketball game, but I'm just excited. I can't wait to see actually the draft and after.
I'm super excited for this draft class. I think they're about to bring a whole new light into the league, and it's something that the W, we needed this. We needed the exposure, and these girls are just bringing it right over, and it's exciting. And there's a new CBA coming up. It's just, I feel like everything is just perfect. And it's stuff that needs to happen, and women's sports is at an all-time high. And like you said, I'm happy to be a part of it. I mean, this is crazy. To be a woman right now is the time to be alive. We're finally getting the notice that we deserve. So now we're going to run with it, and we're not going to take our foot off the pedal. I mean, there's no need to. The W this season is going to be extremely competitive, because just these rookies coming in, but these vets are like, we're still here. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, Dorka, great catching up with you. It was great to relive our moments together, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks for having me, Diamond, and super excited for you too with you.